their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. So we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. You say to them, well, you know, we've tried all of that, and the kids still can't pass the test. You say, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a pencil. Got a pencil? Get in there, it's physics. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word. They use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big, the wealthy, the real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. They're irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting by a system that threw them overboard 30 years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in.
George Carlin, dead at 71, died of heart failure last night. And I agreed with about 90% of what George Carlin had to say. His dad was a big ad exec for an entire chain of major newspapers and public relations. And so he's talked about it. He grew up seeing how they were BSing people when he was a little kid 60 years ago. His dad was a head spin doctor. And so he was told how things really ran when he was a child. And George, on top of the fluoride and the mercury, that's the main reason they physically can't learn. Those of us that would have been geniuses are just normal. People that would have been normal are morons. People that would have been morons are retarded now. Chemically, not chromosonal. It is a fact. I found hundreds of more quotes of Margaret Sanger and H.G. Wells saying, kill all blacks, kill all Latin Americans. Can you get blacks and Latin Americans to fight the New World Order? No, they love it. They love it, just like the dumb white people do. They love dying. They love taking their kid in and letting them shot up with cancer viruses. Does the jackass nurse or doctor know it's in there? No. They're another chump who thinks because they're a nice, sweet person that visits their grandma and plays golf twice a week and goes to church that the world's a nice place. It ain't a nice place. The CIA wrote manuals on raping children because they like to rape children. You understand? The people that like to rape little kids run our government. You understand these crooks bring the drugs in? You understand they run it all? They're building more prisons. They got brainwashed, Prozac head, nutcase military coming back, filling the ranks of cops so fast it'll make your head spin. You think these cops care? They don't care. They get shot up with cancer and drink deadly poison and fluoride. As long as they get to strut around and act tough, they're happy too. You want to die. Most of you want to be slaves and die. Well, guess what? You're going to get to have it.